Yeah, so I guess it's kind of nice out, so everybody's outside. Uh, oh, there's Max. I actually got to see who's still. Anybody licking bowls out here? Yeah, Max! Dude! He is as far in the pastures. No! You're too far. What are you doing? Max is like all the way. You can't even see him run in now. It's ridiculous. Baby Sarah, go get your brother. Max is as far as the eye can see out there. You can't even see. It's crazy. So, crazy today. Max, get your ass inside. So, if you're a patron, you already know. Max is at Cornell. Not Max, I'm sorry. I'm just looking for pigs. If you are a patron or sponsors of Mikey, you know Mikey is at Cornell right now. He is pretty sick. He has pneumonia again. Unfortunately, it seems like he's a little predisposed to pneumonia. The benefit at this time is that we did catch it super early. So I think that's just you, Robin. Sorry. Everybody else seems to be okay. So I don't know if that's just you, Robin, but it sounds like that's you got to reset something. So Mikey is at Cornell. He does confirmed have pneumonia. It seems because of his past and this crazy weather that is going on right now. It will be like warm during the day, cold at night, and it's causing. Right now, Penny Lane is on watch for not feeling very well. The Subaru is pulled up to Christina's apartment in case we have to go to Cornell for her. Mikey had pneumonia a couple months ago. Yesterday morning, he didn't finish breakfast. Last night, he finished Dick's dinner, and then he didn't finish breakfast this morning. But last night, I don't know if you guys were on live last night, Mikey was in bed. When we went to do tuck-ins, he was already in bed. That's not normal for Mikey. So as everybody knows, if you watched our live, Mikey goes in and out, up and down. He's always up and down. But him and Petey were fully sleeping at tuck-in time. So he had a slight fever this morning, and definitely lethargic, wouldn't drink anything. So we got to Cornell. There was 2 doctors and 3 vet students with him as soon as we got there, which was awesome. So we had the full Cornell experience. He's already had, they called in the medical team from being off, and they had, he had an ultrasound already, and his lungs he definitely has pneumonia. It is fully there. No, she's out again. So we just have to be, we have to be positive, stay positive, and just hope for the best. He's a fighter. He's already on antibiotics. He's on rectal fluids. He was still walking around. He was still eating. He just didn't want to finish his food. And it was exactly like last time. And when we called Cornell, and if this was any other pig, besides Mikey, because of him being young, because of him having a past having pneumonia, when we first rescued him, he had to go back to Cornell in a week because he had some lung issues. He is on the nebulizer 4 times a day right now. So he is in very good care. So we definitely caught it super, and they were excited. They said something where, we caught it early again, and that's really And that's the big part of the battle, is making sure you catch it early. You know, we were getting, and it's funny because we've been getting pressure to take a bunch of pigs. Like more recently, we've been getting like a lot of pressure to take animals. And I think our philosophy is way different than other sanctuaries. It really is. We are making sure we can take care of the animals that are in our care. We're working on infrastructure. We're making sure we have the vehicles that are safe to go back and forth to Cornell. We are working on that stuff. And if we had a ton of pigs and me and Christina were overwhelmed, we could have missed Mikey. And that, me and Christina was just talking about it 5 minutes ago. Like, we are able to pick up on subtle kind of discrepancies in their behavior because we are not, we've gotten so much pressure the past 2 weeks to take animals. It's overwhelming. And several of them are from sanctuaries that are failing. You know, and it's, I go to sleep and I get these messages and I get guilt trips. Well, why can't you do this? Why can't you do this? Why can't you take this animal? And, you know, we are getting ready to open up to a couple of residents, but it's it would be special situations, but we would miss, me and Christina were talking about it 5 minutes ago, how easily it would have been to miss Mikey. Like if there was a pig that ate his food, we would have never caught on that he didn't finish breakfast. Or, you know, if he just went back to bed, if there was 100 pigs here, but that's not who we are. That's not who we are. You know, we don't want hundreds of pigs here that are just thrown into the crowd. We're trying to do something a little different. And this, I want Arthur's Acres to be around for a very long time, you know. We don't do rescue to raise money. You know, we just try to go with our hearts, you know. And we were talking about a rescue in Florida this week and came very close to doing it. And right now, Wilbur needs to go to the dentist. Jane goes to Cornell on the 22nd. And Max is Max. Why do you keep saying Max? My boy Mikey is at Cornell right now and Penny Lane is on watch. You know, we think she's just constipated, but we are watching her like 24 hours a day right now. We're talking to Cornell. She's just struggling right now. She's bloated. She's having trouble with poop. We got to do an enema tonight and take her temperature. This is all stuff that we wouldn't be capable of doing even if we had 10 more animals, you know, 10 more pigs, you know. So, you know, I just feel like an immense pressure, like, well, why aren't you have this space, you have this room, you have this. Well, no, it always adds up to like physically, emotionally, and financially. Our vet bills last month alone were over $31,000. Like $31,000 was our vet bills last month. So if we had 10 more animals, it would just, we have to get everything under control. So we do get pressure from a lot of people. Can you take this animal? And we're always happy for asking because we have openings right now for very specific situations. One, we would never buy an animal, but if a rescue came up that fit the criteria of an animal that would fit us right now, we would probably be able to take it. But they're very specific situations. I have my rally shirt on. I am not taking this shirt off. I'm sorry, it was $36,000 last month was our vet bill. I'm not taking the Mikey shirt off until till he comes home. So this is the rally cap, you know? No, so we're just staying steady, doing what we're doing, and we're not going to fall to the pressure. We just can't. You know, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. And no, but there's places that rescue animals in order to raise money, and that's very short term for us, and we don't think like that, and so it just makes us super, like when I just saw, I thought it was 31,000, and Brett just told me it was $35,000. Is that what he said? $35,000, Brett, last month in vet bills. Like $35,000 last month in vet bills. That's scary. His immune system is compromised, but the weather being hot and cold, this is when pneumonia happens to animals, So, no, we won't let people pressure us. It just, we start feeling guilty because we're getting messages, and can you take this? Why can't you take this? And it's like having to explain to people that we just can't right this second, And it's like we don't want to sit there and have to have the same explanation for everybody and be like, listen, this is what's going on. I don't think there's many sanctuaries that have had a month vet bill of $35,000. If you can find a couple, I'd be very surprised. Maybe Farm Sanctuary and some larger ones. I know that Skylands has had very high vet bills at some point or another, but I really can't think of any other sanctuary that's had $35,000 in 1 month for bills. And I'm just, we lost a bunch of Patreons this month due to credit card expiration, so that's scary. We're going to do some sort of Patreon promotion this week to help the Mikey bills. Please, yeah, if you check Patreon, it's in Patreon. Mikey sponsorships. But that's why, like, if we had more animals, that could be the start of the end to a sanctuary. I think $35,000 would cripple most sanctuaries. And honestly, sponsorships and Patreon is the only reason that we can afford those bills, because we're not like fundraising for every situation. We try to get that money coming in, and so $35,000 can cripple a lot of sanctuaries. It really could. I know that a sanctuary in upstate New York got $50,000 in bills and was shutting down. He's not on IV antibiotics. Oh, he is on IV antibiotics. I'm sorry. He is on. It's mostly abuse. Yeah, every dollar helps. It really does. And this isn't the hard sell. This is about Mikey. I'm just kind of explaining the situation and how I'm happy we didn't take. And we were so close, and Jesse knows it, to taking 2 pigs yesterday. And it's funny because I don't want to go into this story yet, but it was 2 pigs that fit our criteria that turned out to be people that weren't very honest. And it got very sketchy very quickly. It went awry super quickly, and it was pigs that would fit in here if it was truthful. But there was a lot of, help me with the words, Jesse. I don't know. They were just a very dishonest situation, and we would have gotten in a lot of trouble if it went through. Oh, it's okay. I know. No, and this isn't sneaky. Very, very sketchy. Let's say it was a sketchy situation. They're animals in need, but it would have caused grief, problems, and pain. Very deceptive, and it was bad. It was very bad. So, so we're just trying to. I got to do what I got to do to make sure that the animals here are taken care of. We are around for a very long time, and that you know, I go to bed feeling the pressure every night because I get minimum of 5 messages a day, up to 10, even more, of taking animals. And, it's just, and just so everybody knows, the winner of the vest donated it back. So that might be part of the Patreon promotion this month. When will Mikey go home? He just got there like 3 hours ago. We don't know. Thank you, Barbara. This week alone, we've gotten 150 tags or messages. No, it's emotionally draining because honestly, I sit there and I feel like I'm not doing enough. No, I feel like I'm not doing enough. And then I get like caught up in my head and I'm like, should we do this? And, Christina is a voice of reason. And, she gets caught up too. Yes, they donated it back. Yeah, you just have to, we'll do it this week. We're going to have a couple of things. I think we're going to do a multi-level Patreon giveaway. I have some stuff coming in to really try to do, because literally the only reasons we were able to pay the $35,000 last month is because Patreon and sponsors and emergency fund. So we lost a lot of patrons, so we want to try to get those patrons back, or get new patrons to help us do situations like this and get the mass medical care and stuff like that. No, it was very cool. So, no, I'm happy to tag. Like, here's the thing that I haven't talked about. We got a home for 5, like, a few day old piglets this week. I never talked about that. It was a couple of phone calls, and we got homes for 5, like, they wouldn't release the mother. I think it was 5 that survived. There were 7. That we got homes for through connections. Jesse helped us. We almost had a home, and then we've had connections. So, no, we don't do anything on site. Thank you, Tina. So like that was awesome to me. Like 5, they were like a couple day old piglets that they wouldn't release the mother. And we got a home to a great home, and that's like awesome. So if we can't take them, Jesse's been huge with Eastern Snouts and posted the animals that we get calls about, So we have awesome connections that we try to use to get animals homes. But that was so cool, and it just, we got caught up in so many things that I didn't talk about it, and it was so cool. I don't think there's an annual payment on Patreon. I don't think that's an option. Yeah, it's a perfect home. They're thriving. They just posted about it. They lost 2 of the 7, but if any of them survive, it will be an absolute miracle. They will not release the mother, so she did supposedly, possibly, they got enough colostrum. We don't know that, and we got him a home that has a mother and a baby pig, so they could probably try to latch there. I got to sneak up on Jane. I have to do Jane's. She took her bandage off. She took her boot off. I met with Cornell today about Jane. She goes back on the 22nd, and we're going to do a hoof trim on that hoof to get to see the infected area. That's not infected, but we got some really good ideas about her. There's a donate button, definitely. Yeah, she took it off today. So So I'm gonna have to come back tonight. It's not gonna be a quiet night because Christina may be going to Cornell. We're gonna go take. We have the car waiting if Cornell is on call. We just feel like she's got she's constipated, but oh, thank you, Nessa. So we feel like she's constipated, but we're just watching her super closely. We're gonna put some, and just so you know, Mikey is incredibly depressed. Petey is incredibly depressed. Petey's been sleeping. He's been out all day, but he went right to bed like Mikey. Mikey. So we're watching everybody closely. Because there is pneumonia that's viral and bacterial. So we're just making sure it's not viral, and they don't think it's viral because of Mikey's. But we got to make sure that, because sometimes you can catch pneumonia. You can catch it. They locked me out. He's super sad. Don't stand so close to me. Here's Petey. Thank you. He's super sad. He's legit super sad. Look how cute that is. No, Wilbur and Princess will destroy them. They will beat him up. I gotta kick the momos out of here. Move it or lose it. Come on, you two momos. Let's go. Move it or lose it. Let's go. Come on, move it or lose it. Move it or lose it. Come on, move it or lose it. No, move it or lose it. Move it or lose it. You two, no, you two, Evie, go. You can try every night. I appreciate your effort, but you're not sleeping in there. I'm gonna go shut off the light. You guys find someone you're gonna annoy. No, you go to bed. You go to bed. See, that's the thing. It was like 50 degrees today, and now it's going to be 20. And it's just a super, it's a cold. That's a big drop. We go from like 20 to, 10 below, it's still freezing. So they're not outside. So like it drops 20 degrees in an hour from like 4 to 5. So that's really hard on their systems. So I am wearing the Mikey sweatshirt, and I will not be taking the Mikey sweatshirt off until they are home, until he is home. It's not happening. He's on fluid. Thank you so much. He's on fluids. He's we don't know how long he's going to be at Cornell. There's no way to tell. You know, he's got to get better. I mean, he literally just got there a couple hours ago, so Charles. You know, he still has he's going to get x-rays tomorrow. He just got there. He does not have a fever. We did catch it super early. We're excited about that. But pneumonia is always dangerous. There could be some scarring in his lungs that we're worried about. So this might be a chronic situation that we're worried about, you know? No, there was 5 people waiting for us. There was an ultrasound waiting for us. The machine was by his stall. The ultrasound machine was by his stall waiting for us. They know his details. They know everything about him. They have all his medical records, which makes he's never been anywhere else. So it makes it a lot easier because they have all the information. You know, having all the information there, one place, having access to a CAT scan, ultrasound, every kind of machine you can imagine is wonderful. We also have an outside consultant that helps us if there's some questions. So the Team Mikey is working very hard. Yeah, so I am not taking off my Mikey shirt until Mikey comes home. So if you do decide to come for a tour, wear nose plugs because it ain't coming off, people. It's not happening. Yeah, I mean, I feel, and this is something I think we all go through. I'm struggling like I should have got him there last night. He probably should have been there last night. So I'm definitely having issues right now and feel super sad. You know, I'm pretty hard on myself. No, I have to shower. I'm definitely gonna shower. That's not a thing. I'll definitely shower. I'm just not taking this sweatshirt off as far as I'll take it off to go to sleep. But this is what I'm wearing. I got my rally sweatshirt off, and you know, Mikey all these animals are completely part of my soul. These animals are ingrained in my soul. But Mikey, because of nursing him back to health, sleeping in my bed, working on his neurological issues, he's a part of me. I mean, he is like an organ. He's like an organ, you know, he keeps me going. And so you saw it's 6:22 and no one even argued to go to bed. You know, after I got him to Cornell, I was driving home and I broke down. I just broke down because I was so sad, and I was like, why the hell didn't I take him last night? I was just questioning every second of every action we did, and it sucks. It sucks, and you can never do good enough. You can never do good enough. It's always, it just, it sucks. He's a baby. He was super sweet in the car. He was so easy in the car. It's super hard because you feel like you can never do enough. We've been questioning the past like 48 hours of when he didn't eat breakfast. And, normally in those situations, you have to wait and see. You can't run every animal to the vet when they're a little off. I mean, a lot of these animals, just like us, you wake up in the morning, you don't feel so hot, you don't run to the doctor, you kind of wait it out. And that's what we have to do sometimes. But when an animal is Mikey is always going to be special needs, And so, he's always going to be special needs. So when he's off for 1 minute, every minute counts, And so we have to make sure that, he goes right to the vet, In a situation where, hi, you waiting for me, Ashley? In a situation where it was, if it's a healthy pig, then it's, you can wait and see, you can watch and see, and, take the temperature and make sure the temperature is right. It's funny because he had a slight temperature. Pigs run a little hot. So he had a slight temperature, and when he got to Cornell, his temperature was gone. He could have went to Cornell yesterday. But again, just like you and me, you wake up, sometimes you ate something a little funny, sometimes you don't feel great, and you don't go to the doctor every time. But you have to be a little more cautious when an animal has, pre-existing situations. And, so, right now, like I said, he's getting IV fluids, he's getting IV antibiotics, rectal fluids. He's on the same antibiotic he was the last time he had pneumonia. So yeah, and he was super chill, and it's great because Cornell wasn't very busy today. Like he literally had 2 doctors and 4 students when I walked in, which was awesome, And so I'm sure people are wanting to go. I think, is it Super Bowl right now? I don't know. Is it Super Bowl today? So if anybody has any suggestions or wants to contribute to a Patreon match, please let me know. We are going to do a Patreon drive this week. Obviously, the vest is going to be part of it. So any new or increased patrons, all patrons will be eligible for some prizes. And I think we're going to have 2 or 3 prizes for first, second, and third. So I'm not watching it either. So if anybody has any matches they want to contribute towards a match, let us know. Thank you. And this will go for sponsorships as well. So what we're going to do is do something. Again, send me a DM if you want to do a match or you have any good ideas. We're going to do a Patreon drive because Patreon and sponsorships were the only... Jesse has nothing to do with us. It's Patreon. It has nothing to do with us, and I don't think it's an option. So there, you could be anonymous, you could be non-anonymous. We'll figure it out. It's literally, thank you so much, Valerie. It's the only way we were able to pay the $35,000 bill last month, from our emergency fund through Patreon and through sponsorships for those specific animals, So, excuse me. So I'm gonna go get going. I have to go treat Penny Lane. I'll give everybody a Penny Lane update. But like I said, send me a DM if you have any great ideas. I think we're gonna have like 2 or 3 prizes for any new Patreon, increased Patreon, or current Patreon. I'll figure something out. We'll do it by tomorrow. Let us know if you want to contribute. I can give a bag of cat hair if you want. If you want a bag of cat hair, we can maybe have this shirt after it's washed and done. We could probably do that too. A vest, the Mikey sweatshirt after it's brought us luck or whatever we're going to do. So please send all your positive vibes, prayers, whatever you got going for Mikey. He needs to fight this. He's a little fighter. And I can send you a bag of Ashley hair because it's all over my face. She's shedding all over me. Brett can send you, Diane on Instagram, Diane Test Ma'am. Brett can send you all the information. You can DM Brett or Brett can DM you. She's on Instagram, Brett. Well, it would be the Mikey shirt that will be bringing us luck. So please stay positive. Send positive vibes, prayers. When I post Mikey, please share it. Please share it 1,000,000 times everywhere. I'm going to post in a little while his update to the general public. You sure you don't want this? What is going on with you tonight? You're shedding like crazy. You're shedding like crazy. I'm telling you, if you want a bag of hair, I'll give it to you. Paul, it looks amazing. It's everywhere. So go enjoy yourself. I will not be watching the Super Bowl. Whoever does watch the Super Bowl, I hope you're making compassionate choices and just enjoy yourself. You know, you guys, everybody works super hard, so enjoy yourself if this is your thing. I know there's a lot of entertainment and commercials that I don't understand or know about anymore. I'm totally out of touch with that stuff. So I don't know about the Super Bowl anymore. I really don't. I do hear some stuff on the radio. I can send you a bag. It's making me so itchy right now. Ooh, buffalo cauliflower is awesome. So let me go. I have to go take care of Penny Lane. Have a great night. Thank you for all your love and messages about Mikey so far. We just have to say positive for him. So all the positive vibes, thoughts, prayers, whatever you got going, we appreciate. Have a wonderful night. Peace, love, and pigs.